What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for Love During Lockup, you guys. This is season. Now, the guy says season 4, episode 23. I don't know why they do this, but it is what it is. The episode is titled Scam the Scammer, you guys. So, before we go ahead and jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't yet subscribed, do me a solid favor. Stop taking me out in this date and having me foot the bill at the end of it. You can like the video, you guys, give me a big huge thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us discuss Love During Lockup, shall we? All right, you guys, so we got a batch of new people plus one returning person. And y'all know who that one returning person is. So we're going to go in order of the episode and how we met the couples. So the first couple we meet is going to be Justine and Michael. So I'm going to try to put their pictures up here so you guys can see who Justine and who Michael is, right? Now, Justine says she's in the nursing field, and I'm like, girl, with them long-ass fingernails, girl, you're giving me a CNA. But no shade to the CNAs because they're definitely needed, right? So she works in the nursing field. So she had her first child at 17 years old. Then she got married and had her 2 sons with her husband, right? So we see Justine as she's out looking for wedding dresses, right? So she and Michael, they are engaged. I forgot how long she said that she and Michael have been dating each other. But yeah, she and Michael, so she's looking for a wedding dress because she and Michael are getting married the next day. And they're getting married at the prison. I was like, oh, girl. You know, I know people do it, but damn, that's just something that I would never want to do. It's one thing to date an inmate, but we can wait till you get home. We can wait till you get home for this wedding. But nope, she's getting married the next day at the prison. Mind you, she can't have anything revealing or too short or whatever. I'm like, so wait. First of all, I was like, wait a minute, girl. So you shopping the day before your wedding for a dress? Girl, just go get a dress from the store that covers up your boobs, everything else, right? So she's with her mom and her daughter. Her mother is very skeptical about this wedding because she feel like, you know, he ain't got nothing to lose. I was like, he could be playing the shit out of her. I was like, exactly, mama. And she's also feeling a way about Justine because Justine moved from wherever they live with her 3 kids to where Michael is. So she has no support system. I'm like, that is just not the smartest thing in the world to do. I'm sorry. If I got 3 kids, I'm not gonna move away from my support system. I'm gonna stick with my support system, but nope. Justine said, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. And I was like, okay, Justine. So her mom was like, so when Mike gets out of jail, what is he gonna do for money? She's like, well, you know, he can get back in the studio because he got some songs. She said, I said some songs. So they played played a song in his video. I was like, okay, I wouldn't buy it, but you know, maybe somebody else out there will. I don't know, wouldn't be me. So Mike called her. Her daughter answered the phone. Mike has a soft voice. Mike's voice is really soft. So, also, Mike's family knows nothing about this wedding. I was like, ooh, okay, girlfriend. We also found out that, what's her name? Justine. It's gonna take me a minute to get these names together, you guys. Justine used to work with Mike's mother. So Mike's mother is the one that introduced Justine to Mike. So the thing with this episode should have been these people don't pay attention to the road when they driving because Justine was going to go meet Mike's family, right? And the phone rang. She literally took her hand off the wheel, looked at the phone, isn't he so cute, and showed it to the producer that's in the car with her or the camera. I was like, ma'am, hands on the wheel, because that just scared the shit out of me with her. And it happened twice. It happened another time in this episode, and we're gonna talk about that when we get to it. It was just like, what in the hell? Now, I do want to say one thing about this episode because I watched it live last night and I live tweeted about the episode, and it was like 1 hour and 15 minutes, right? But then I rewatched it this morning so I can do my notes. And the episode was cut short. It was only an hour episode. And they cut out 2 scenes, but luckily enough, I went to my Twitter and I could remember which scenes that they cut out. And they cut out the best scene, one of the best scenes for me in the episode. So yeah, so Justine went to go see Michael's mom, his sister, and his 4 children. So the kids, you can tell the kids love Justine, and her mom. You can tell his mom does too, but they're just a little bit worried about the situation with these two because his mama says Mike was a player before he got with Justine, and she's just wondering if her son has changed his ways. The sister is skeptical as well because she's like, y'all really don't know each other. Y'all have been having this long distance relationship, so y'all have never lived together. So how do y'all know if things are going to work out? Which are really valid questions. Valid questions, right? So we'll see how things go with Mike and Justine. But let's pause here and let's move forward, you guys. Y'all, this nutcase is back. Ty is back. Lord, when I saw Ty in the previews for like Loved on Lockup, I was like, no, they did not bring her back. So Ty is still got her job at the funeral home. I'm like, how does she still have this job at the funeral home? Because the last time I remember from last season, her and Boston got into it at her job. No, that's what it was. She had that phone call from Boston and they got into it. It was either Boston or it was Heidi. One of the two. But she got into that argument over the phone at her job. And I'm like, yeah, you still got your job? We TV. Do y'all not know anything about respect for the dead? Because I mean, damn, y'all really had that camera on that dead woman while Ty was doing her makeup. I'm like, that is so damn disrespectful. Disrespectful as hell. So one of Ty's co-workers, her name is Rhonda. So I guess Heidi had sent her some letters. So she had Rhonda read the letters. I was like, why is Rhonda reading these letters so slow, like she's in a play and she's acting? I was like, ma'am, read that, like, maybe, you know what, never mind, shut up, JB. So you guys, this is one of the scenes that they cut out in when I rewatched it. So we saw this scene where Ty went to go see a hypnotherapist. I'm sorry, you guys, but I don't mean to laugh, but this scene was hilarious to me, right? So the woman hypnotized Ty, right? And I'm not sitting here saying I don't believe in hypnotism, right? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, in this particular moment, I didn't believe it. So she hypnotized Ty, right? So she told Ty she was on a beach. So Ty is pretending like she's thinking that she's on the beach, right? And that guys are coming up to her, talking to her, right? So then the woman tells her like to take the keys or something. No. That's Ty. I was like, what the fuck is she doing? Mind you, when she was crying, her mouth was wide open, right? I noticed, I'm like, wait a minute. Ty got veneers on her top, but not her bottom. I never understand people who do that. Like, if I were to get veneers on my teeth, it's going to be top and bottom. But I don't want veneers because I think they're ugly. No shade to anybody who has them. I was like, girl, this shit was not real. So then, the creme de la creme with Ty in this episode. So she was at home. So Heidi's cousin, Kyoko, came over, right? So this fool came over with one of them hoodies that Boston had on. Remember when Ty and Boston got into the fight last season? The slow motion fight? So she's like, oh, and I got Heidi on the phone. So then she had a surprise for Ty. So she put a ring on Ty's finger. I was like, girl, what? Say what now? So yeah, Heidi asked Ty to marry him. This bird says yes. So they hang up the phone, right, with Heidi, because his time ran out. So then Ty's phone rings, and she goes out and takes the phone call. It was BB on the phone, so she still is talking to BB. Then her phone rings, and one of her friends is on the phone trying to hook her up with another inmate. I was like, girl, do you not have any kind of self-esteem? Why are we juggling inmates? A man, they got to ask for permission to go take a piss, go take a shit, go when to eat, and when to go to sleep. Girl, I'd be damned if I'm gonna follow behind anybody that got to ask for permission to go to sleep, to eat, and use the bathroom. Absolutely not, right? So eventually Ty went back in to let Kyoko out, right? Well, child, when Kyoko walked outside, she let us know that, because Ty was like, I won, Boston. I was like, I don't think you won, Ty. I truly don't think you won. And child, I was right. She didn't win because Kyoko said not only did she have a ring for Ty, because not Boston, but Heidi planned this, that if she said no, then she would go to Boston and present Boston with the ring. I was like, Ty, you big dummy. I don't understand Ty, but it was hella funny. So let's pause here, you guys, and let's move forward. All right, you guys, so the next person we meet is Melissa. So she is involved with her high school, I don't know what you would call that. I think it was somebody she had a crush on in high school, Louie. Louie got a little bit of meth mouth. And I was like, ooh, ooh. Now, what threw me about Louie was the fact that, so Melissa got on this cheerleading outfit, right? And then she pulled off the pants, and all you could see was her pasty white ass that needed a tan. I was like, girl, why would you tan the rest of your whole body and not your ass? Because, baby, that ass was white as snow. So Melissa and Louie. So allegedly, Melissa is 39 years old. Girl, I don't care who tell it. Look like you're more like 45. So she says that she knows Louie from high school, right? He was a junior and she was a freshman. Mind you, Louie is 41 years old and you look older than Louie. I was still thrown off about the fact that how was he on FaceTime? How was he on FaceTime? But you know what? I know that they do have prison TikTok, so I'm like, what's the purpose in them going to prison if y'all give them the luxuries of the outside world? Never mind. So he gets out in 200 days, right? I was like, girl, you know that's less than a year, right? So she wants to take him to her high school reunion and show him off. I say, what now? Her friends think she's foolish, and I'm like, I 100% agree with you, right? So we found out he went to jail for robbing a liquor store with a butcher's knife. I was like, a butcher's knife? How do you rob a liquor store with a... What kind of drugs was he smoking to rob the liquor store with a butcher knife? So are you Michael Myers now? Like, okay. That's it for Melissa and Louie. I don't know where the hell that's going. Nowhere, honestly. But let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about where WeTV lost me last night. Chelsea and Mikey. WeTV, you guys are going to hell because y'all are dead ass wrong for how y'all did Chelsea. So Chelsea is the deaf lady, right? So Chelsea is involved with Mikey. Her name is Chelsea. Chelsea has a son. His name is Travis. He's 10 years old. So the scene started up, and we're at a bowling alley, right? So you can hear all the pins. You can hear the bowling balls going down and hitting the pins, right? But then when Chelsea rolled her ball down, and then when it hit the pins and went down, then the background noise, they sucked it out, right? So then you got oh no. This is why I said they're going to hell, right? WeTV is fucking messy, right? So when she rolled her ball, I think she might have hit a strike or a spare or whatever. So like I said, they took out all the background noise, right? So everybody was clapping for her, but this is what it literally was when they did the clapping. There was nothing there. I was like, WeTV, why did y'all just mute the whole scene? So 2 people tweeted me last night saying that she's deaf. I'm like, I know she's deaf, but go back and watch it. WeTV took the audio out of the backing. They took the audio out, and it was just a tone, like you could hear a beeping sound. Like, you guys know when you guys do, like, when we were in school, you guys remember when you had to do the test on the ears to test your hearing, and they had that loud, that frequency pitch. know how they do that? Because that's how they found out that I was deaf. Because I'm partially deaf in this ear. I don't know why they won't just say I'm completely deaf in that damn ear. Because, bitch, it ain't nothing that's... Like, I can hear certain things, but, baby, it's nothing. Because I got a hearing test done at my last job in 2018. And, modern science has really changed over the decades. And back in the 90s when they found out I was deaf, partially, wish they would say, well, I gotta say partially because there is just a little bit of hearing in there. Like, it's very small. I think it's 20% that I can hear. But so yeah, they what was I saying? Oh yeah, when I got my hearing test done and at my last job, I asked the woman, I'm like, so I know in the 90s that my doctor told me that even if they put like a cochlear in my ear, that I still wouldn't hear anything. And I just want to know if it had changed. She says no. She says even if she says it's still the same. Like if they were to put something in there, she said you wouldn't hear anything. It wouldn't change your hearing. I was like, wow. And I asked her, I'm like, so why do y'all say I'm partially? Why won't y'all just declare me deaf? But I guess she said because you have a little bit of hearing in your ear. So that's what they did to Chelsea. That tone. I was like, WeTV, y'all are going to hell because that is dead ass wrong. Dead ass wrong. Just took all the audio out and just made it mute. So Chelsea thinks that Mikey will be home before Christmas, right? When they showed Mikey's face, I was like, Mikey has done some hard drugs because his face, it's got scabs all over and they look like they peeling. I was like, ooh, no. I don't know if that was her friend or her sister, but she's worried that Mikey might be playing her. So she asked Chelsea had she sent him some money. She said once. So she sent him $80. So Chelsea is also teaching him how to do ASL, right? And she says most guys who have dated her, they only give it a month. But Mikey has been in for a year. I'm like, that's because he ain't got nowhere to go. Because he is worried about the, what did he say? He said the language barrier, right? I think it's a it's not really a language barrier. It's a communication. She communicates differently than you because she speaks the same language that you speak. She speaks English. It's just in sign language, So it ain't really 100%. It's not really a language barrier. It's a communication. She can't verbally communicate with you. It's a communication issue. Communication. I don't think it's gonna last with Miss Chelsea. Here's the second part of the episode where she was driving and she was talking to the producers and she took her hands off the wheel and she was signing. I was like, WeTV, is this safe for her to be signing and driving? Because her hand ain't on the damn wheel. I was like, oh my God, please don't let her crash. So she went to see her dad. Her dad is skeptical about Mr. Mikey as well. I'm like, well, Chelsea got good people in her life because they don't want to see her, get hurt. And I don't, for some odd reason, I just don't trust Mr. Mikey. But let me know what you guys think, and we'll discuss it in the comments below, you guys. So let's pause here and let's wrap up the episode. So the last couple that we have is Emily, and I can't pronounce it. I don't know if it's Dowry or Diary. Dauri. I don't know how to pronounce his name. So Miss Emily is a smart girl, so she wants to pursue she wants to be a criminal defense attorney. And I'm like, and you're going to be with the criminal, so I guess if your man gets in trouble again, you know how to help him, huh? I guess that's a win-win for him. I don't really know if it's a win-win for you, but okay. Would that be a conflict of interest? You being a defense attorney and having a whole ass criminal in your house, a felon? I'm just wondering. So we see Miss Emily. The one thing that these people do on this show that I'd be like, damn, y'all really got to stop doing this. Baby, they give up so much information, right? Emily gave up information about Diary, that he's in prison, and so did Justine when she was looking for that wedding dress. She said, oh, I'm getting married tomorrow because my fiance is in prison. The woman looked at her just like, oh, okay. So Yeah, so Emily is pursuing her master's, and she's met Diary, or whatever his name is, 3 years ago. He's been in prison for the last 6 years. She's getting herself a new engagement ring, I guess, because she found out he was cheating on her. Now, he did something so damn stupid, right? He did the dumbest thing. So when he placed the call to her, he spoke in Spanish. She's like, and she says, I don't speak Spanish. So she pressed 5, and when he got on the phone, he was speaking Spanish, and he thought it was somebody else. She said, nope, it's Emily. So now she is, getting him back, right? So then we find out that Dowry, whatever his name is, he gave her power of attorney over him. I'm like, you was a dumbass, and even she said it. I was like, dude, that was stupid, but okay, it is what it is. He gave her power of attorney over him. I'm like, that was the dumbest move you could have ever made in your life, but hey, it is what it is. He did it, right? And then she also has his stimulus check, so that's what she's gonna use to buy her new ring. I was like, well, damn. And then she was talking to him later in the episode. He asked her to put some money on his books, and she ain't got no money to put on his books. She was like, that ain't, that's what your family's supposed to do. I'm like, well, ma'am, if you're his girlfriend, he expects you to do it too. But she don't see it that way. Ciao. This is going to be an interesting group of people, I can say that much. Going to be an interesting batch of people, but let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, and until the next time, you guys, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, you guys, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed. I'll catch you guys in the next one.